All right, how's everyone doing today? Today, we're getting lathered up with Barrister and Mann, Seville. And it is a semi-soft or semi-hard soap. And we're going to be using my 26mm silver tip 3-band that kind of looks like a barrel. So, the last video that I did got the first dislike on the channel. Wasn't expecting it, but it's all right. I can understand if someone was coming onto the channel to get some, see a safety razor be used and classic technique, and they see a really cheap Bic twin blade, and I have to say I'm paying for it. Irritation here, here, right here, and you can see I don't have perfect skin or anything. Irritation through here, right through here, and right there where you can see it right there, and it runs across right there. So regardless of how smooth it really felt, I'm still lathered up. At the end of that, I did say I had like a light irritation all over the place. That's why I said it was kind of initial impression, and that the irritation and ingrown hairs is really what's gonna tell the narrative of how well it shaved for me. And given that I have ingrown hairs and irritation and not just my trouble spots, and that's indicative of a razor that's really not for me. But that being said, I'm glad that I did it. It's good to kind of, do a proof of concept. What's none of that? That's nice. That's a good. That came up really quick. All right. And today we're gonna be using Merkur Progress, which has been turned into the mergress with that finial on the bottom. So, like I was saying, using that razor just kind of reaffirms the fact that the shave is way better for me than the multi-blade razors. Of course, that was probably the least expensive way to go about it, but just remembering the feel of all that, and that was giving it the best chance it had. I prepped better than I would for this shave right here. I did use prep, and I half-heartedly put a wet towel on my face for probably about a minute and a half. But I really did 5 minutes of the wet towel and let the prep sit on there for about 10 minutes. And this stuff, I just put the prep on there, which is the Preshave cream, and turn that just a bit. I need a little bit of adjusting. Okay. And we're gonna set it at 2, 3, 4, 4.5. And that was a brand new feather blade. So 4.5 is about my normal setting. So we're just looking for a comfortable, nice shave. So tomorrow, January 18th, is my birthday. Turned 31. And so I guess this is kind of my birthday shave. I'm gonna be using a product that I got from Cindy for the first time today. Well, I've used it before, but I've never bought it in this form. That is incredibly smooth. Such a solid razor. Just enough aggression. You know, we might turn it up. About that. That feather blade is so smooth in this razor. You know, I have steered clear of using feathers for years. And come to find out, they've been some of the smoothest, nicest razors, or blades, not razors. That I've put in any of my razors. And you can see where that irritation is getting kind of flared up from having another razor go over it. There we go. So that was nice. That was a really nice first pass. All right. That was an incredibly comfortable first pass. Kind of clear it for a second. All right. Gonna have a sip of a adult beverage. That's good. Nice citrusy IPA. All right. So back to it. Should we change the setting? I really haven't changed the setting in this thing. Let's see. We're on 4.5. Let's go to 5 because it goes from 5 to plus. Yeah, that's a noticeable difference. So, I really enjoy both beer and whiskey and gin. I'm not a big tequila fan, but I do like mezcal, which is like a smoky tequila. What's y'all's favorite adult beverage to partake in? I have to say, I mean, you can't really beat a good beer. But then with that being said as well, it depends on the weather. If I get a nice refreshing beer on nice warm day. I'm not drinking whiskey, but wintertime rolls around, I like it all. Everything from Gentleman Jack to Ardbeg, which is a heavily peated Scotch. You know, nothing better than in the wintertime than like a nice penicillin, which is a Scotch drink with like ginger, just kind of a spicy, warming sensation or flavor, along with some lemon and a peated Scotch. That you really can't beat that on a nice, cool winter's day or night, whatever your preferred time is. But I also like a nice imperial stout or porter beer on a winter day. I think I recently had one as a coffee porter, and that was good. At one of our local breweries here in Tennessee. All right, let's get started. Okay. Oh, good. And that was nice, smooth and refreshing. I also say during the summer, a good gin drink. Oh my goodness. Incredible. One called Aviation. Uses, I think it's called Creme de Violet. And lemon and cherry liqueur. I would consider that one of my favorite summer drinks, along with a nice bright citrusy beer. All right, good for a cross with. Don't want to go against. I just had a rough shave, although this does feel a bit better. I don't feel that overall warming sensation going on. So, if any of y'all like adult beverages and you have a favorite, put it down below. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it tastes like, and I'd love to try it, because I'm a fan of almost everything, as long as it's really not a tequila drink. I'm pretty much down. I like beer as bright and light as it comes, and as dark and heavy as it comes, and whiskey is young as moonshine and as heavily peated as Ardbeg and the Freud, as sharp as rye whiskey. Really like that stuff. So with that being said, if you got any of that, put it down below. I'm going to be using Seville Aftershave. And this is a barrister in Mann. soap and aftershave. And just like the last few barrister and Manns that I've used, I don't know what it is, to be fair. 3-pass shave has a really heavy load, and this is, I don't know, it felt like it was falling apart there at the end. It still feels cushiony, and maybe I'm just trying to ask too much from a soap. Just feels like it lost its slickness, lost the loft in the actual lather itself. But let's get more of this on there. It smells really good. And this Seville scent is a barbershop style scent. So it is a citrusy smell. What is that? Citronella. Citrusy citronella. Fougere scent, which just means that there's lavender, bergamot, citrus, oak moss. That is really good though. I smell like a citronella or something in there. It's really nice. So, for my 31st birthday gift, Cindy got me Bowmakers by D.S&Dursa. This is my favorite fragrance house, and this has got to be number 1 or number 2 for my favorite fragrance from them. So backstory for this fragrance. My dad is a cabinet maker, and the Bowmaker is a trip down the Victorian, I believe it was Victorian. No, well, yeah. Violin Bowmaker artisans. And it says, amongst the transcendental woods of the 1800s, craftsmen from the Massachusetts Bay Colony built violins and bows in tiny towns of the Pioneer Valley. The shops are riddled with old-growth mahogany, burled maple shavings, amber, pine rosin, aged walnut with their unique selective varnishes. So with that being said, this scent is based on what those shops would smell like, and it has notes of all those hardwoods, the actual finishes that would go on it, and just the heavy resinous pine amber that comes off of it. And it reminds me of whenever I was, I don't know, between 4, 5, 6, 7, and I would be coming home and my dad would come out of the wood shop from building all those cabinets, and I'd give him a big old hug. I know that is sentimental right there. But that is exactly what this scent right here brings you right back to. And it is an interesting scent. It's a beautiful scent. It's one of those scents that tell a story. Did not have to read this to tell you what it meant to me. And that's really what they're about. They're people that are making fragrances and perfumes. They should be selling you experiences. They should be selling you memories. They should be selling you stories, not just, wow, that's nice. If someone's selling you that, they need to go on. They need to find a better job. They need to find a job that fits them. So, of course, the price point on this is extremely high for me. I believe it was like 170 or 180. So it's extremely high. But the story and the sentimental value that comes with this fragrance is worth every penny. I would pay for this 2 or 3 times before I would buy some of those aquatic scents. It's a lot like I think it's, is it 47? Not 4711. I don't know. True Fit and Hill, one of their scents. That's 1805. I think that's what it is. Everyone goes nuts over that scent. A lot of people go nuts over that scent. But I smell it and I just say, it's nice. doesn't give me a story, it's not interesting. This is. This tells a story. It has a backbone. It's got a character. You wear this, you're gonna be the only person wearing this, most likely. I love it. If anyone else has a fragrance that takes them back to a moment in their life or paints such a beautiful picture, you know, close their eyes and they can see the universe, let me know. I want to check them out. And that's it for today. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. And thank you all for your time. And I'll talk to you all soon.